friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 4 from scratch coffee syrup recipes. We've all spent way too much money, honestly, going through the Starbucks drive-thru, grabbing a quick drink. It adds up so much faster than we think it will. And a year ago, I stopped buying coffee out and learned how to make easy and delicious at-home lattes with from scratch ingredients. So today I want to share with you 4 of those recipes so that you can make your own coffee shop style lattes at home to save money and be in control of the ingredients that you want in your coffee. 3 of the recipes are some of my tried and true favorite coffee syrup recipes that I try to keep on hand or rotate through fairly frequently, and then one of them is a new recipe that I'm excited to try for the holiday season and share with you guys. So I tend to keep 2 syrups at a time personally on hand, and then I just rotate through some of my favorite recipes, and I'm so excited to share these recipes with you.
For this first recipe, you're going to need half a cup of water, half a cup of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. This is a classic vanilla syrup recipe, and so this is one that honestly I always keep on hand because you can use it in so many things. So for the first step, you're going to combine all of the ingredients together, and then you're just going to whisk them together before you take them over to the stove. Next, you're going to bring it to the stove and put it on high and bring it to a boil, and then once it comes to a boil, you're actually going to turn the heat down to low and let it simmer for 3 minutes. Once it has completely cooled, then you'll go ahead and pour it in whatever container you would like. Today I'm using little mason jars, but a lot of times I use olive oil canisters or little glass jars that you can get at various stores. For this white chocolate syrup, you'll need 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, 3/4 cup whole milk, half a tablespoon of vanilla extract, half a cup of sugar, and 1 cup of white chocolate chips.
Okay, the white chocolate syrup is a little bit different than the other simple syrups. This one is a little bit thicker, and you can actually use this for all sorts of things other than coffee. You can obviously mix it in your coffee, which is how I use it a lot. But when I have this on hand, I also use it for baked goods, or to include on top of ice cream is really yummy too. There's really a whole bunch of ways that you could use this, which makes it really great. So you're gonna combine all of the ingredients except the white chocolate chips into a saucepan. The really awesome thing about these too is I feel like these are a really great homemade Christmas gift. If you are needing, some last minute homemade Christmas gifts, you could just make a couple of these syrups, put them in a little pretty jar, and gift them to any of your friends that love coffee. And then they have a really versatile gift that they can use all the time, which is awesome. Okay, I'm putting half a tablespoon of vanilla in here. And then putting the sugar in. I'm just stirring this all together, and then we're going to take it over to the stove and bring it to a simmer and stir until all of the sugar is completely dissolved.
This next recipe is a brown sugar syrup, and you'll need 1/3 a cup of water, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and half a cup of brown sugar. You'll go ahead and combine all of the ingredients in a saucepan and start to just whisk it together until it comes together. This one takes a little bit longer to come together just because of the cinnamon and the brown sugar. You just got to incorporate it a little bit better. But then you'll take it over to the stove, set it on high, and bring it to a boil. And then same thing as the vanilla syrup, once it comes to a boil, you will turn it down to low, let it simmer for 3 minutes, and then let it cool completely before you transfer it to your jar. The last recipe is a sugar cookie syrup, and you'll need 1 cup of water, 1 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/4 teaspoon of butter extract, and 1/8 teaspoon of almond extract.
This one is a little bit different because we're just combining the water and the sugar and mixing that all together. And bringing that to a boil, and then after we turn off the heat, we will add in all the extracts. And then once it is boiling like this, you're going to turn it down to low and let it simmer actually for 10 to 15 minutes on this one before we add the extracts. Okay, now the sugar and water is melted together, and we're adding the butter, vanilla, and almond extract. So we'll do 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/4 teaspoon of butter extract, and 1/8 teaspoon of almond extract. We are done making all the syrups. So we have vanilla and the sugar cookie syrup, brown sugar, and then the white chocolate. And I'm so excited to use all of these. Like I said, the white chocolate, brown sugar, and the vanilla are staples that I alternate between, along with like seasonal different syrups. Each season I usually look up some new recipes, try out some new recipes, tweak them, and find some new ones that I like. And this time of year, this new one is the sugar cookie syrup. So I'm actually gonna go make a quick latte for a little afternoon pick-me-up and to try out the sugar cookie syrup for the first time, and I'll let you guys know how I like it. Now I'm gonna work on making some homemade whipped cream for my latte that I'm gonna make in just a second. And this is super simple if you haven't done it before. I have a teaspoon of vanilla extract already in here, and then 2 cups of heavy whipping cream and 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. And we're just gonna combine this. And then we're just going to start mixing it until stiff peaks form. Okay, as you can see, when I pull it out, it has peaks there, and so this is just about done. Also, random side note, but if you don't have an espresso machine yet, I have had this espresso machine for a little over a year, and it is one of the best purchases that I've made, hands down. I am obsessed with it. It fits in a small space. It's called the Breville Bambino. I'll link it below. In the scheme of espresso machines, it's really affordable, and it does a great job, and like I said, I'm obsessed. I'm gonna make my latte now with the new syrup that I made today, the sugar cookie syrup. So if you guys want to see how I make my actual lattes, let me know below in the comments, and I can film an actual video just on that, like with the recipe and everything like that. But I will have all the recipes for all the simple syrups linked below so that you can easily get those. And I'm just gonna mix this all together real quick. I usually do 2 tablespoons of whatever syrup that I have on hand at the moment. Oh man, I have a little bit too much milk today, so I can't do the frothiness on the top, but I made obviously the homemade whipped cream, which you can also add flavoring to this, like peppermint would be really yummy to add for the season, but I didn't think with this specific latte that it would be great. Or you could add like cacao powder to make a chocolate whipped cream. There's all sorts of things that you can do, and it's so good. The only thing is you can put it in a piping bag and do all of that, but that's kind of a lot of work. That's the only thing about homemade whipped cream, is I feel like it doesn't look quite as fancy when it doesn't come out of the bottle, but it is quite delicious. Yeah, it's so good. Okay, let's try this and let's see how it turned out. Hope I don't have a whipped cream mustache. Sorry, I got whipped cream in the first drink, so I had to take another one. But yeah, that's really good, guys. It's really good. It's sweet, but it's not like overpowering or anything to where you're like, whoa, that's way too much sweet. I'm not about that. I want to taste the coffee and the sweetness. I want it to be like well balanced, and it turned out really well. So sugar cookie latte is for sure a win. I think you guys should definitely try it. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope that you got some inspiration from these homemade from scratch syrups, and these make an awesome gift. So if you are looking for last minute Christmas gifts, these would make an awesome just like simple homemade gift. Just get some cute jars, you can put a bow around them, package them up for any of your like coffee loving friends and family, but also just for at home. I feel like one of the best things about the syrup is that I can have them on hand, obviously for myself, but I really love being able to have a couple different syrup options on hand whenever we host. Whenever I have someone over for coffee or a play date or dinner, I have a couple different options, and they can choose what they want, so they can have like kind of a coffee shop style latte just right at my house, and it makes it feel extra cozy and inviting, and I just love that aspect of it. So I hope you got some inspiration from this. If you like to see this kind of content, I share a lot of things on my channel about homemaking, from scratch cooking, our backyard homestead, motherhood, all of those kind of things. And I would love if you would subscribe if you like this video and give it a thumbs up. And thank you so much for watching the video. Bye guys.